Finally, no more boxes. No cubes, no perspective grids, no geometric peer pressure. Just this blob. Look at it go. Free, organic, unbothered by vanishing points. This is what we call an organic form. Artists love them. They wiggle. They forgive your mistakes. Life is good. Oh, oh no. I guess we'll be doing boxes for a while longer. Because even blobs eventually meet a box. But on a more serious note, I've released the downloadable PDFs completely free. They're fully customized for maximum efficiency and minimum emotional damage. You'll find the link in the video description, so go grab it and give it a try. Seriously, what's the worst that could happen? Let's start with exercise 1, lines. Begin by placing a few points on the page. Then try to connect them with straight lines. At first, the lines will be wobbly. They probably won't be straight. That's normal. Keep going. You'll see improvement faster than you expect. Tip: don't draw from the wrist. Get used to moving your entire arm. It feels strange at first, but it builds control, confidence, and muscle memory. And yes, everyone's lines look bad in the beginning. Exercise 2 is about shapes: squares, triangles, circles. Start simple. For squares and triangles, focus on confident straight lines. Use the same control you practiced in exercise 1. For circles, don't slow down and panic. Use ghosting. Hover your hand above the page. Trace the motion a few times without touching the paper. Then commit. The goal isn't a perfect circle. The goal is a confident one. Miss it? That's fine. Draw another. This exercise trains your brain to see shapes as units, not as complicated drawings. Every complex drawing starts here, with simple shapes done confidently. Exercise 3. Basic shape combos. Now things start getting interesting. Up to this point, we've drawn lines, we've drawn shapes. They behaved, mostly. Now we combine them. For this exercise, I start with 3 very cooperative citizens: a cube, a cylinder, and a triangle. Nothing fancy, no details, no pressure. These shapes are not the drawing. They are scaffolding, temporary, a lie we tell ourselves so the final drawing can exist. The goal here is simple: stack, rotate, overlap, and connect basic shapes until they start suggesting something real. A head, a torso, a character, a thing with opinions. Notice that at this stage, everything is loose. Lines are light. Mistakes are welcome guests. The cube gives structure. The cylinder handles rotation and flow. The triangle adds direction and attitude. Once the shapes feel right in space, only then do we slowly commit to darker lines and clearer forms. If the shapes work, the drawing works. If the shapes don't work, no amount of eyelashes will save it. So don't rush the details. Stay in shape mode. This exercise trains you to think in volumes, not outlines. And that skill carries over to everything you'll ever draw. Yes, even eyebrows. Exercise 4, rotation. This will look simple, which is how it tricks you. Rotation is where drawings stop being flat and start existing. We begin with cubes, because cubes never lie. They just expose you. Draw a cube. Now rotate to. Not by erasing and fixing, but by thinking. Each face turns. Each edge shifts. Verticals stop being vertical. Horizontals start having opinions. The goal here isn't perfection. It's understanding how a solid object changes in space. Once you can rotate a cube, you can rotate anything. So we upgrade. Now the cube becomes a head. Same rules, same logic, just more emotional pressure. The center line wraps around the form. The eye line curves. The jaw shifts in perspective. If those guidelines rotate correctly, the head rotates correctly. If they don't, congratulations, you've invented a new species. This exercise trains spatial thinking, the ability to turn objects in your mind before you draw them. And that skill is huge. It's what lets you draw characters from any angle, poses that don't break, faces that still look like the same person. Without rotation, you're copying. With rotation, you're constructing. So take your time. Rotate slowly. Mess it up proudly. Because once rotation clicks, everything else suddenly makes sense. Exercise 5. Organic blobs. Welcome to the wild side. Cubes were honest. Blobs lie. They squirm, they twist, they don't want to be contained. Start small. Draw a blob. No rules, no right angles, just a shape that feels like it has a heartbeat. If you want, you can push it, stretch it, squeeze it. Let one side swell while the other caves in. Edges wiggle, curves protest. There's no symmetry here, only personality. Or just start simple. 2 blobs, one on top of the other. Not spheres, not perfect ovals, just sausages. They lean, they wobble, they have ideas about balance. Draw lines defining their shape. That's the secret. Exercise 6. Line weight. Your blobs have lives now. They wobble, they lean, they breathe. But they're still flat, still waiting for a little magic. Here's the trick. Line weight. Think of it like the blobs are whispering secrets about light and shadow. Where the shadow falls, thick lines. Where the light hits, thin lines. Not because it's correct, but because it feels correct. The thick lines push, they hold, they anchor. The thin lines float, they breathe, they invite the eye to move. Take your 2 sausage blobs. Trace the bottom curve where shadow gathers. Heavy, bold, proud. Trace the top bump where light caresses. Light, gentle, hesitant. Watch how instantly, suddenly, they have volume. They are no longer flat sausages. They are sausages with dignity. Exercise 7. Shadow line. Weight gave them dignity. Now, let's give them depth. Shadow isn't just darkness. It's honesty. It's gravity. It's where the sun refuses to go. Look at your 2 sausage blobs stacked. Where does the light fall? Bright, exposed, teasing edges. Where doesn't it fall? That's your shadow. Thick, soft, heavy. Under the top blob, behind the bottom blob. In the little creases that peek at you shyly. Drop a shadow there. Let it follow the curves. Let it connect the blobs to the surface. Let it anchor them. A shadow is not punishment. It is proof. Proof that your forms exist, that they occupy space, that they matter. This exercise trains your eye to see the invisible. Exercise 8. Texture. Your blobs have weight. Your shadows have honesty. Now let's talk skin. Let's talk surface. Let's talk texture. We're no longer drawing soft, wobbly sausages. We're drawing a boulder. Solid, ancient, moody. Full of stories it refuses to tell at first glance. Texture is what separates a flat shape from a thing that feels. Cracks, bumps, scratches, moss, grit. Every little imperfection whispers, I exist. This exercise trains patience and observation. It's what lets you draw. Surfaces that tell stories. Rocks that feel heavy enough to trip over. Forms that invite touch, not just sight. Texture is not decoration. It is life. It is history. Without it, your boulder is a shapeless block, a cube, and we don't want to get back there. So touch it with your pencil. Feel it with your eye. Push your marks boldly, or gently, or even messily. Because every line, every mark, every little imperfection is a heartbeat of the world you are creating. Exercise 9. Same object, 3 versions, or many. Draw the boulder again, then again, and again. Not to make it perfect, but to make it familiar. Each version teaches you something new. One has better shape. One has stronger shadow. One, finally, feels heavy. This exercise is about repetition without boredom, about choosing anything, a rock, a peg, a shoe, a bottle, and staying with it. Because skill doesn't come from drawing everything once. It comes from drawing one thing many times. So draw, repeat, improve quietly. That's how you get good. Exercise 10. 2-minute limit. Pick any object. Set a timer. 2 minutes, that's it. No extensions, no mercy. Start drawing. Stop when the timer ends. No fixing, no apologizing. Repeat once more. This exercise teaches prioritization, confidence, seeing big shapes first. If it looks rough, good. That means you're learning faster. Write 3 things you could improve. Start again. If this helped, hit like. If it didn't, hit like anyway. It builds character. Subscribe for more drawing lessons. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to check the video description for the link to the free PDFs. While you're there, drop a comment. It means the world to me. Cheers!